May cellphone na, si Smart. Yes, that's Smart. Yung kalaban ni Globe. Yung dati kong employer. Yung mabilis yung internet. Yung umangkin Quezon. Yes guys, that same brand, that local brand sa atin na telecoms, meron na silang sarili nilang cellphone.
Nice.
Smart 5G smartphone. Smart smartphone. Kailan kaya si Globe? Kayo pinagtatawanan nyo si Smart o ito para sa inyo? Meron siyang 466,000 points Antutu benchmark pero 5K lang po siya. Seryoso? 120Hz refresh rate, 8128 UFS 3.1 pa yung kanyang storage. May 5G na! May 5G na guys. 5K lang. May DTS audio pa. Wow. 50 megapixel AI camera. Kabahan na si Cherry Mobile. Kabahan na si MyPhone. Mana pala yun? Well, kabahan na si Globe. Now, in reality, it's actually a ZTE Blade A75 5G smartphone. From ZTE. Pero mukhang si Smart yung distributor nito. A rebranded phone. But is it actually worth it? Let's find out. Tapos binge watching Unbox Diaries. Ooh. So yung box ay smart na smart. Parang may SIM card sa loob. Parang yung Wi-Fi LTE nila. Napakat Wi-Fi. Pero guys, cover lang po to. This is the actual box. Blue and white color siya. Globe. Globe. Pagbukas mo, globe underneath. So meron mga specs dito sa harapan. 8128. Uy, 5,000 mAh large battery. A75 5G. And underneath, we're getting my SIM card! Guys, 5G na. Magulit na lang kung globe yun na sa loob. Pero example ng SIM card, guys. And SIM ejector pin, the screen protector, quick start guide, the warranty card, and the jelly case. Eto na po yung phone. Uy, bilog. Maganda ba ang camera nito? And look at this. Meron siyang lever para buksan yung ilalim. Meron siyang 10-watt charger at USB Type-C cable. And that's pretty much it. Ito na siya, guys. Here we go. Uy. Wow. Medyo malaki siya na phone and ang laki din na kanyang camera module sa likod, signifying that this could be a camera-centric device. At mukha isang color lang po to, color black, diamond black. Meron siyang red na part dito, pang record. By the way, 50 megapixel AI camera pa daw siya. Yung nasa gitna. Yung isa ay baka depth sensor lang siya. Now the back of the phone is glossy. Napaganda ng feels. Yung nga lang, parang since glossy siya, fingerprint magnet po yung kanyang likod. The body is plastic lang. May headphone jack pa siya. Naku, nice. I just don't like the ZTE 5G model. Marami nakasulat sa ilalim, dito sa baba. At mukhang single firing speaker lang po siya. Nasa taas po banda, hindi po sa ilalim. Nasa earpiece. It is a very simple looking phone. Pero yung loob niya is not that simple. In fact, pagbukas ko pala ng phone, oh my god, napakabilis ng galawan, 120Hz refresh rate pa, sobrang smooth. It kind of feels like a mid-range phone na, nasa 12,000 pesos mga ganon. Pero guys, 5K lang po to? Saka ito available sa Smart lang? This is a very bright display. Ano kaya to? Doesn't say, pero this is a big display. 6.6-inch HD plus display po siya. Very bright. Ganda rin ang colors, but this is only LCD ha. High quality. Now if you don't know yet, ZTE is matagal na po siya na brand. Also the same brand that makes Nubia and Red Magic phones. Yes, under one umbrella lang po sila. ZTE, Red Magic, and Nubia. Kaya mukha siyang Nubia phone eh. Yes, that's a Nubia phone. Na feeling ko, ang reason kung bakit sila nag-rebrand is because of the ZTE branding. May issue before yung ZTE sa Philippines. Hindi alam yun ng Gen Z. Di ba sila pinapanak? Ikaw, Vince, pag bunabuhayin yun. But joking aside, I've actually have been to China and talked to their team. ZTE, Nubia, Red Magic, whatever you call them, sobrang high-end po lang research and development. Actually, pretty much every phone that I've reviewed from them, Nubia, Red Magic, lalo na Red Magic, sobrang grabe yung phone na yun. Sa display pa lang, malayong-malayo na from Tecno Infinix phones. Very bright and very vibrant display po sila. Yung smoothness, kitang-kita mo yun, sobrang smooth niya. Yung nga lang yung speakers could be better. Medyo mahina kasi for my taste. And meron pa siyang headphone jack dito. Nice. Para sa private listening. Yung action, no? Pagka, syempre, maingay yung phone mo. Kardulisay, maingay yun. Now, syempre nagulat ako. Pagbukas ko ng Antutu benchmark, it's actually 466,000 points Antutu benchmark. This is fast. Even faster than Helio G99. Kasi Helio G99 is mga nasa 390, 410, 20,000 lang. Ito, 466,000 points Antutu benchmark. Pero sa gaming, ito na po, Mobile Legends. Guys, una ko napansin, grabe yung optimization for ML. Ito yung settings. Ultra graphics, super refresh rate. Meron siyang 120Hz refresh rate, pero sa game, walang 120 FPS. Yun lang. Pero, napansin ko, high resolution agad yung kanyang gameplay. Kasi guys, yung mga iba, mga entry-level phones, low res po yung gameplay. Dito makita mo yung sharpness ng characters, nung playing field, especially mga character models. Very sharp siya tingnan, vibrant, talagang nagpapop yung mga characters dito. Very similar sa mga Poco X6 Pro na graphics na siya. Well, syempre, feeling ko talaga kayang-kaya po ng processor niya yung ganitong klaseng gameplay. As in, wala pong frame drops. You can actually be very pro with this. Kung jungler ka, pwedeng-pwede dito. Kasi nga, very responsive din yung kanyang screen. Yun napansin ko. Yung nga lang, napansin ko rin, wala siyang game mode. Kinda sad kasi nga sa Red Magic, same sister company, pero wala siyang dedicated gaming mode dito to prevent those nasty, disturbing messages or calls. Sa Call of Duty naman, ito yung kanya itsura. Wait lang, yung settings niya is medium graphics lang and high frame rates. It means hindi po siya optimized for Call of Duty. That's probably the reason kasi kaya naman niya sa Call of Duty. It should be at least very high graphics, very high frame rates. This is a very capable processor with 460,000 points Antutu benchmark. Very possible po siya for those kind of settings. Pero yeah, this is all we get for this phone. Pero overall, okay naman siya. Okay yung gameplay, no problems whatsoever. Pero yun nga, limited by its settings lang siya. Sa Genshin Impact naman, 60 frames per second lowest settings, medyo naglalag na po siya. And napansin namin, low res lang po yung gameplay. Ibig sabihin, hindi po siya optimized for Genshin Impact. Kasi nga, lowest na nga siya, low resolution pa, pero naglalag pa rin siya. Could be improved. Feeling ko missed opportunity. Maganda yung kanyang performance at Antutu benchmark, pero sa gaming mismo, kulang sa optimization, baka iba na lang piliin mo. Si Infinix, madalas, si Xiaomi, madalas din po yung kanilang optimization for games. Maraming best friend developer yun. Pinapaganda yung graphics for their phones. But yeah, it's an excellent Mobile Legends phone. Kung yun naman nalaro mo. Okay, ang tanong, okay ba yung camera niya? 50 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel selfie camera. Here we go. Siyempre, ito naman yung itsura pala niya, pang camera na yung dating. Pero ito yung mga pictures na nakuha namin. Okay, so first of all, selfie muna. The selfie camera is pretty okay. Okay yung color, okay yung skin tones. Wala masabi. Siguro sa low light na lang medyo mahirapan siya ng konti. But if you like what you're seeing, yes, may konting beautification po siya. Available naman po siya. Sa rear camera, medyo nag-shine siya dito. Under very good lighting, you will get some pretty detailed, nice color, sharp image. Siguro mga 7 out of 10 yung kanyang image quality for me. Kaya lang, ang napansin namin kapag hindi ganun ka favorable yung lighting conditions, medyo nahirapan po siya. Especially sa color, guys. No? Medyo sabog po yung kanyang kulay. Yung shadows, medyo dark masyado. Siguro, hirap siya sa HDR. So, hindi ganun kaganda yung kanyang dynamic range. And also yung background blur, hit or miss. For example, itong part dito sa taas, yung leaves, hindi siya na-blur ng tama. Maybe this is something na kailangan i-improve pa ni ZTE. But overall, I'm liking what I'm seeing right here as a basic camera entry-level phone na okay yung performance niya. Pero sa video, may 4K! May 4K video. Kung kailan niya ng 4K video, meron po siyang 4K video dito. And it's pretty okay, no? Kung ano yung nakita niyo sa mga pictures, ganun din yung kanyang image quality. Wala siya masyadong magandang stabilization. Yun lang, if you're looking for that as well, this might not be your cinematic phone. Pero for usual lang ng pang siguro daily vlogs, pang TikTok, Instagram, pwede na. Now for only 5,450 pesos, 128 gigabytes na po to. 8 gigs of RAM. I think yun yung kanyang mga best selling points. Camera is okay, performance is very good. Albeit a little more optimization from the developers. Sana kausapin niyo po yung mga developers kasi kung gaming hanap nyo, you might actually want something else. Pero kung overall daily phone, the big storage, pretty nice design, actually maganda yung build quality niya, great display din. And I think kapag ka nakuha mo ito ng sale, mas maganda pa. And meron siya kasamang SIM card. Magbago na yung number. Para lang dito. Make sure to register your SIM card as well. Great for a backup phone din. Pero if you want a different backup phone, I have something else for you. Kung gano'n nga, mag-subscribe ka na, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my great content. Tapos si Vince and you're watching Unbox Diaries. Woohoo!